Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beginning of a new chapter minus 2025. This is not just another year, this is your year, a year where the only thing that matters is you. Let me explain why focusing on yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. In a world filled with endless distractions, it's easy to get lost. Lost in the opinions of others, in the chaos of social media, in the constant tug of war for your time and energy. But let me tell you something you cannot pour from an empty cup. This year, I want you to make a commitment, a bold, unapologetic commitment to prioritize yourself. What would happen if just for 1 year you gave yourself the same energy you've been giving to everyone else? Imagine the version of yourself that could emerge, whether it's learning a new skill, diving into that passion project, or nurturing your body and soul. This is the time to do it. Because when you invest in yourself, the returns are life-changing. In 2025, I want you to understand that no is a complete sentence. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you're saying no to yourself. This year, protect your energy. Say no to unnecessary obligations, draining relationships, and anything that doesn't align with your goals. Because your time is your currency, and you must spend it wisely. Turn off the noise of the world. Stop scrolling through everyone else's highlight reels, comparing your life to theirs. Stop chasing someone else's version of success. The truth is, the more you look outward, the less you see what's within you. And what's within you? Potential, power, purpose. This year, block out the noise and tune into your inner voice. Big transformations are not born out of grand gestures. They happen in the quiet moments through the small, consistent actions you take daily. Set a goal and chip away at it day after day, brick by brick. Progress, no matter how small, is still progress. Celebrate those tiny victories because they are the foundation of your greatness. To truly move forward, you must let go of what's been holding you back. That grudge you've been carrying, that mistake you've been replaying in your mind, leave it in 2024. Healing doesn't mean forgetting, it means freeing yourself from the weight of the past. You deserve that freedom. Society will try to tell you what success should look like: money, status, perfection. But let me tell you, success is deeply personal. Success is waking up with a sense of purpose. Success is having peace of mind. Success is becoming the best version of yourself, not someone else. Motivation might get you started, but discipline is what keeps you going. There will be days in 2025 when you don't feel like showing up for yourself. Show up anyway. Discipline is the bridge between the life you have now and the life you dream of. When you focus on what you have, you create room for more. Gratitude is a magnet for abundance. Each morning before the world rushes in, take a moment to say thank you for the breath in your lungs, for the challenges that shaped you, and for the opportunity to grow. Gratitude keeps your heart open and your mind clear. Who you surround yourself with matters. If the people around you aren't uplifting you, inspiring you, or supporting your growth, it's time to reevaluate. Build a circle of positivity people who celebrate your wins, hold you accountable, and remind you of your worth. And finally, above all else, believe in yourself. This is not the year to doubt your greatness. This is not the year to play small. You are worthy of everything you dream of, but you must first believe it. Because when you believe in your worth, you unlock the power to create a life that reflects it. So here's my challenge to you: focus only on yourself in 2025. Not because you're selfish, but because you are worth it. When you pour into yourself, you create the capacity to pour into the world. When you prioritize your growth, you inspire others to do the same. And when you choose yourself, you choose the life you were meant to live. In 2025, your greatest project should be you. Self-investment isn't just about improving your skills or reaching the next milestone. It's about recognizing your inherent worth and acting on it. When you prioritize yourself, you're not taking time away from others. You're ensuring that the version of you showing up for life is strong, fulfilled, and capable of making a difference. Investing in yourself starts with time. Time is the most precious resource you have, and how you use it determines the trajectory of your life. Imagine what could happen if you spent even a fraction of your day reading, learning, or engaging in something that feeds your mind or soul. This isn't about cramming more into your already busy schedule. It's about replacing the things that drain you with the things that energize you. Financial investment is another aspect. Often we hesitate to spend money on ourselves, on courses, training, or even things that nurture our well-being. But let me tell you something, the money you spend on yourself isn't an expense, it's an investment. A book that sparks a new idea, a class that opens doors, or even a gym membership that strengthens your body, these are not luxuries, they are necessities. And then there's emotional investment. Taking care of your mental health and emotional well-being is just as important as anything else. This means creating space to rest, reflect, and recharge. It means surrounding yourself with people who believe in you and letting go of those who drain your energy. It means having the courage to say, I matter and I'm worth the effort. Finally, self-investment is about dreaming bigger for yourself. Too often we shrink our dreams to fit the limitations of the moment. This year, I urge you to expand your vision. Imagine the life you truly want and then take bold, intentional steps to make it happen. When you invest in yourself, you're sending a message to the universe that you are ready for more. And trust me, when you believe you're worth it, the universe will rise to meet you. In a world that constantly demands your attention, learning to say no is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. It's not just a word, it's a boundary. And boundaries are what protect your energy, your time, and your peace. Saying no is about reclaiming control over your life and deciding what truly matters to you. Too often we say yes out of guilt, fear, or obligation. We agree to things we don't want to do because we don't want to disappoint others, because we're afraid of confrontation, or because we've been taught that saying no is rude. But here's the truth. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your priorities, you are saying no to yourself. You are giving away time and energy that could be spent on your goals, your growth, and your happiness. Saying no doesn't mean you're selfish, it means you're self-aware. It means you've taken the time to understand what's important to you, and you're willing to protect it. It's about recognizing that your time is finite and precious. Not every invitation, project, or opportunity is meant for you, and that's okay. When you say no, you're not rejecting the person or the situation, you're affirming your values and priorities. You're creating space for the things that truly matter. And here's the beautiful thing, when you start saying no to the wrong things, you make room for the right things to come into your life. You make room for clarity, focus, and purpose. But saying no takes courage. It means facing the discomfort of letting people down or risking being misunderstood. It means trusting that your worth isn't tied to how much you do for others or how often you say yes. And it means embracing the idea that you can't be everything to everyone and you don't have to be. This year, I want you to practice the power of saying no. Say no to anything that drains your energy, distracts you from your goals, or doesn't bring you joy. Say no to the things that don't feel aligned with who you are or where you're headed. And when you do, watch how your life begins to shift. Watch how you start to feel more in control, more intentional, and more at peace. Because every no to the wrong thing is a yes to yourself. In a world that never stops talking, silencing external noise is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. From the moment you wake up, the world pulls at you social media updates, breaking news, endless notifications, and the opinions of everyone around you. It's a constant flood of information, comparison, and expectation, and if you're not careful, it can drown out the one voice that truly matters, your own. To silence the noise, you have to make a conscious choice to step back from it. This means turning down the volume on everything that doesn't serve you. It means understanding that not every headline needs your reaction, not every comment deserves your attention, and not every trend requires your participation. You don't need to chase what everyone else is chasing. Your path is yours alone, and the more you look outside yourself for validation or direction, the further you stray from it. Think about the energy you waste comparing yourself to others. Social media, for all its benefits, often magnifies this habit. You see someone's curated highlights, their accomplishments, their travels, their picture-perfect moments, and suddenly your own life feels inadequate. But here's the truth, what you're seeing is only a fraction of their story, and it's unfair to compare it to the entirety of yours. Your journey is unique, and it doesn't need to look like anyone else's to be meaningful. Silencing the noise also means learning to let go of other people's expectations. Everyone has an opinion about what you should do, who you should be, and how you should live. But you can't live your life for others. You have to live it for yourself. The more you try to meet everyone else's standards, the further you drift from your own purpose and fulfillment. This isn't about cutting yourself off from the world. It's about filtering what you let in. It's about choosing what deserves your time and attention. Spend time in stillness. Disconnect from technology every now and then. Surround yourself with people and environments that uplift and inspire you. And most importantly, listen to your inner voice. That voice, the one that knows your dreams, your values, and your truth, has all the answers you're seeking. But you'll only hear it when the world grows quiet. When you silence the noise, you create space for clarity. You begin to see your goals more clearly, understand your values more deeply, and feel more connected to your true self. In that stillness, you'll find a power that can't be shaken by trends, opinions, or distractions. And in that power, you'll discover the courage to live a life that is authentically and unapologetically yours. Progress isn't about massive leaps forward. It's about the steady, consistent steps you take every single day. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of overnight success or dramatic transformations. But the truth is, the most meaningful changes in life happen incrementally. Every small action you take toward your goals is a brick in the foundation of something extraordinary. Commitment to daily progress starts with understanding that the journey matters as much as the destination. When you focus on the small wins, you build momentum. Maybe it's writing one paragraph a day for the book you've always dreamed of publishing. Maybe it's choosing a healthier meal, going for a short walk, or spending 10 minutes meditating. These actions might feel insignificant in the moment, but compounded over time, they create lasting change. The key is consistency. You won't always feel motivated, and that's okay. Motivation is fleeting. What truly matters is your ability to show up even when you don't feel like it. Discipline, not motivation, is what carries you through the tough days. It's what keeps you moving forward when progress feels slow or when obstacles appear in your path. Daily progress also requires patience. In a world that glorifies instant results, it can be hard to stay committed when success doesn't come as quickly as you'd like. But just because you don't see immediate results doesn't mean you're not growing. Trust the process. The seeds you plant today will bloom in time, but only if you continue to nurture them. It's also important to celebrate your efforts, no matter how small they may seem. Each step forward, no matter how tiny, is evidence of your commitment to yourself and your dreams. Don't wait for the big milestones to acknowledge your progress. Every day that you show up is a victory. Gratitude for the small wins will keep you motivated and remind you of how far you've come. When you commit to daily progress, you're telling yourself that you believe in your potential. You're proving to yourself day by day that you're capable of change and growth. The journey may be slow at times, but it's forward moving, and that's what matters. Over time, those small, consistent actions will lead to a transformation so profound that you'll look back and realize how much you've accomplished one day at a time. True healing begins from within. It's not something you find in external validation, material success, or the opinions of others. Healing is an internal process, one that requires you to confront your past, acknowledge your pain, and commit to letting go of what no longer serves you. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional and mental burdens that have weighed you down for far too long. Healing starts with acknowledgement. You cannot move forward until you face what's been holding you back. Whether it's unresolved grief, regret, or a wound inflicted by someone else's actions, you have to bring it to the surface. Ignoring or suppressing it will only allow it to fester. But when you acknowledge it, when you name the pain, you take the first step toward releasing it. Forgiveness plays a vital role in this journey. Forgiveness isn't about excusing the harm that was done to you. It's about choosing to no longer carry the weight of resentment. It's about freeing yourself, not the other person. And just as importantly, it's about forgiving yourself. We all make mistakes, and holding on to guilt or shame only keeps you stuck. True healing comes when you can say, I did my best with what I knew at the time, and now I choose to move forward. Healing also requires self-compassion. Too often we're harsh critics of ourselves, replaying past failures and shortcomings. But you are human, and being human means being imperfect. Speak to yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a dear friend. Treat your heart tenderly as you navigate this process, because healing is not linear, it's messy, unpredictable, and deeply personal. It's also about creating space for peace. This means letting go of toxic environments, relationships, or habits that perpetuate your pain. You can't heal in the same environment that caused your wounds. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, spaces that nurture your spirit, and practices that calm your mind. Whether it's journaling, meditation, therapy, or simply taking time to breathe, these small acts of self-care are the tools that help you rebuild from the inside out. Finally, healing is about embracing the future with hope. It's about recognizing that you are not your pain, your past, or your mistakes. You are a resilient, evolving person with the power to write a new story. Healing doesn't mean forgetting what you've been through. It means learning from it and using those lessons to grow stronger. From within, you can rebuild. From within, you can find the peace and freedom that have always been waiting for you. And when you heal yourself, you don't just transform your life, you transform the way you show up for the world. Healing is a journey. And while it may take time, every step you take is a step closer to the wholeness and light that you deserve. Success is a deeply personal journey, yet so often we adopt society's definition without question. We chase the accolades, the promotions, the material rewards, believing they will make us whole. But what if the version of success we've been pursuing isn't what truly fulfills us? What if success isn't about what we have, but about who we become? Redefining success starts with letting go of the need to meet others' expectations. Society will always have a checklist: the perfect career, the ideal relationship, the picture-perfect life. But those are someone else's metrics, not yours. Real success begins when you ask yourself, what do I truly want? It's about stepping back and considering what brings you joy, meaning, and purpose, not what looks impressive to the outside world. For some, success might mean climbing the corporate ladder. For others, it might mean cultivating a peaceful, balanced life. For some, it's about creating financial security, while for others, it's about making an impact or expressing their creativity. There's no right or wrong answer. What matters is that your definition of success aligns with your values, passions, and vision for your life. Redefining success also means embracing the idea that it's not just about the destination, it's about the journey. It's about waking up each day feeling excited to pursue your goals, knowing that you're growing and learning along the way. The external markers of success, titles, trophies, and tangible achievements, are fleeting. But the internal growth, the confidence you build, and the person you become in the process are what truly last. Success should also include balance. It's not success if you achieve your goals but lose your health, relationships, or peace of mind in the process. A life that is rich in joy, connection, and purpose is far more meaningful than one filled with accomplishments but empty of fulfillment. True success takes into account the whole picture: your mental, emotional, and physical well-being alongside your achievements. And finally, redefining success means being brave enough to pivot when necessary. Sometimes we achieve what we thought we wanted only to realize it doesn't fulfill us. It's okay to change course, to set new goals, or to dream a different dream. Success isn't static, it evolves as you grow. In the end, success is about living a life that feels authentic to you. It's about waking up with a sense of purpose, going to bed with a sense of peace, and knowing that the life you're building reflects your deepest values and desires. When you define success on your own terms, you reclaim your power. You stop chasing what others tell you to want and start building a life that feels truly uniquely yours. Discipline is the engine of transformation. It's not as glamorous as motivation or as exciting as inspiration, but it is the force that drives lasting change. Without discipline, even the best intentions falter. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation wanes, when progress feels slow, and when the road ahead seems uncertain. It's not just about willpower, it's about building habits, making choices, and committing to your goals every single day, regardless of how you feel. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent effort, repeated actions, and unwavering focus over time. Discipline is what bridges the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. It's what turns dreams into plans and plans into reality. Whether you're striving for personal growth, professional success, or better health, discipline is the foundation upon which all progress is built. At its core, discipline is about honoring the commitments you make to yourself. It's easy to let yourself off the hook, to rationalize skipping the workout, procrastinating on the project, or indulging in distractions. But every time you choose discipline over comfort, you reinforce your belief in your own strength and capability. You prove to yourself that you are capable of following through even when it's difficult. Discipline isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. You don't have to get it right every single time, you just have to keep showing up. Even small, disciplined actions compound over time to create remarkable results. It's the decision to write 1 page a day that eventually turns into a completed book. It's the choice to save a little money each week that grows into financial freedom. It's the commitment to practice a skill regularly that leads to mastery. There will be days when discipline feels like a struggle. Days when you're tired, overwhelmed, or tempted to quit. These are the moments when discipline matters most. It's in these moments that you build resilience and mental toughness. Each time you push through resistance, you strengthen your ability to persevere. And that perseverance becomes a habit that carries you closer to your transformation. Discipline also requires clarity. To stay disciplined, you need a clear understanding of your why. Why are you pursuing this goal? What's at stake if you don't? When your vision is clear and your reasons are compelling, discipline becomes less of a burden and more of a natural response. It becomes the tool you use to align your daily actions with your larger purpose. Ultimately, discipline is a form of self-love. It's about taking responsibility for your growth and refusing to settle for less than your best. It's about recognizing that transformation is a process, and that process requires effort, patience, and commitment. Discipline may not always feel easy, but it's always worth it. It's what empowers you to create a life that reflects your highest potential and your deepest aspirations. Gratitude is more than just a practice, it's a way of living, a perspective that can completely shift the way you experience the world. It has the power to transform even the darkest moments into opportunities for growth and learning. When you cultivate gratitude, you begin to see your life not through the lens of what you lack, but through the lens of what you already have. It becomes a guiding light, illuminating the beauty, abundance, and lessons that are present, even in the midst of challenges. At its core, gratitude is about presence. It's about noticing the small things, the warmth of the sun on your face, the comfort of a kind word, the joy of a simple conversation. It's easy to overlook these moments, especially when we're focused on what we think we need or what we feel is missing. But when we take the time to acknowledge and appreciate the simple gifts of life, we open ourselves up to a deeper sense of fulfillment. Gratitude teaches us to be present in the moment, not constantly looking ahead or regretting the past. Gratitude also shifts your energy. It's impossible to feel both grateful and negative at the same time. When you choose to focus on what you're thankful for, you automatically raise your vibration, drawing more positivity into your life. Gratitude acts as a magnet for more blessings because the universe responds to the energy you put out. The more you express thanks, the more you start to notice things to be thankful for, creating a cycle of abundance that feeds itself.